Welcome to technology. Fashion is a form of self-expression. There are hints about who you are in what you wear. That's a quote from Emmett Watson, not only an actor, but one of today's most vocal advocates for sustainable fashion. And it couldn't be more fitting, no pun intended, for the conversation we're about to have. I'm your host, Ken Umansky, and today we're exploring a platform that's turning closets into climate solutions and dressing into a daily act of creativity, mindfulness, and tech-powered joy. My guest today is Julia Dietmar, CEO and co-founder of MyOpenWardrobe.com, the one tool you'll need to make the most of your wardrobe and discover the endless possibilities of reusing, restyling, and repurposing what you already own. From outfit planning and AI-powered color analysis to repairs, resale, and even styling with friends, MyOpenWardrobe.com, with its virtual stylist Lola AI, transforms getting dressed from a routine into a magical, intentional ritual. Julia spent 2 decades at the cutting edge of retail tech, including her time as chief product officer at View.ai. Today, she's building something that's equal parts smart, excuse me, sustainable, and stylish. Julia, welcome to technology. I'm glad you could join us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, let's start with your journey. What inspired you to build My Wardrobe AI, or mywardrobe.com, I should say, and how did AI become a central part of it?
Yeah, I built Open Wardrobe because I saw how many people struggle with their closets, buying more, feeling at the same time feeling like they have nothing to wear. It's a very common, very common affliction that we, especially women, have. And AI was a natural solution because it can understand what's in the wardrobe, the preferences, and help you make better, more sustainable decisions.
So how does My Wardrobe AI, or I should keep calling it AI, I should say mywardrobe.com, use AI to help consumers make more intentional and sustainable fashion choices?
Yeah, our AI looks at what you already own and gives outfit suggestions. So it's really been designed initially to spark creativity and how to utilize your clothes a little bit better. The reality with most of us, not everybody, but most of us, is that when we buy a certain garment, we buy it with something else in mind, like, oh, I'm going to buy this blouse to wear it with this skirt and this pair of shoes. Or very often, especially for men, you walk into the store, you see a mannequin wearing something, you like it, you buy the whole thing, and that's how you wear it.
Right.
So, and then beyond that, it's very difficult to imagine how this skirt can be worn different ways, how this blouse can be dressed up or dressed down, depending on the occasion. And that's where AI comes in because it's not really designed to hand you a perfect outfit every morning. It's really designed to spark your creativity. That was the whole purpose of it. And the biggest compliment and the biggest piece of feedback we're getting is our users saying, oh my God, I would have never thought to pair this top with this bottom. But now I wear it and I get a ton of compliments, but I would have never thought about it myself, right? And sometimes you kind of have fun with it and you try things out and you swap things around. So that's what it was designed for. And then we also give advice while shopping. So when you shop, especially when you shop online, with a technology like ours, and we build a browser extension so that you can access your closet and Lola AI from any e-commerce site. So when you're shopping and you see something you like, you can invoke that browser extension and you say, hey Lola, how can I wear this with what I already own? And then immediately you can imagine many different ways how to pair it and visualize it. And that's another kind of beauty of being able to shop a little bit more mindfully, not buy that because it's on sale, right? Or because you saw it on a friend and it looked good, but buy it because you actually thought about how you're going to use it.
Yeah, I think that's going to help cut down on the returns too, I imagine.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We're not solving fit, right? We know that 30% of returns are due to fit. We're not solving that. And there are wonderful technologies out there that are helping with fit. But we're doing the next thing. We're doing kind of a little bit more, or we're helping consumers to do a little bit more thinking before actually pulling out that credit card. So it helps people get more use out of what they already have and avoid wasteful purchases.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much fashion plays into, what gets discarded and the impact that's having on on the environment overall.
Absolutely.
And fashion isn't really a category, at least it doesn't really come to mind or jump to mind when I think about technology and cut.
Hmm.
How do you explain your work to people from outside the industry, especially tech insiders who, I don't think of fashion as something tied to technology at all?
Yeah, I mean, yes, fashion, retail overall, and fashion in particular is not very technology forward, and hasn't been for kind of historically. So what I say is we're building the first intelligent layer between consumer's closet and fashion ecosystem. Think of it as a personal styling and wardrobe management AI that helps you wear more and waste less. So that's kind of in a nutshell. And when I talk about ecosystem, it includes not just the wardrobe management and LOL AI. This is just a small piece, but we're building services around it. For example, alterations and repairs. If you bought something and it needs to be hemmed, instead of returning it, you can very easily send it to a tailor, hem it, and then instead of returning it, there you go, you have a garment that you can love for many years. If you're done with something, instead of discarding it, you can very easily, through our platform, hit a resell button and list it on popular marketplaces for resale. So all this integrations is part of our ecosystem.
So what percentage, and I hope you know this, what percentage of products that are listed on your site are actually sold?
Well, we do not sell products.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we allow customers to very easily create a listing and list it on, we have an integration with Poshmark and we're working on more. So the selling happens on Poshmark, and the management of the seller and buyer is actually up to the customer of ours. So they have to have an account and they have to manage that relationship. But it's very often that the listing happens, and we make it super easy. So we pre-create the description, we suggest the resale price, all of that is part of our AI skills.
That's great. So what's the biggest technical challenge in when you were building a wardrobe-based AI?
So clothing is very difficult to classify, to extract attributes from. Clothing is something that is, unlike books or electronics, there is no unique code. You cannot really say, "Oh, I know this product." It's it's very different in that regard, and we very often we rely on items on images of items that consumers take themselves. So with their phone, typically camera, they take pictures, and 93% of all items that have been uploaded is actually people creating pictures, taking pictures themselves, as opposed to they can download it from the internet and from the catalogs, and we have many different methods. So because we rely on those photos that consumers take, lighting matters, angles matter, and user-generated photos are inconsistent, right? So all of that kind of created a challenge, and we had to build models that adapt to real world wardrobes, not just like perfect catalog quality images. So that was kind of the biggest hurdle, and then after that, it kind of became, how do we understand somebody's style and somebody's preferences? How do we really figure out how a person likes to pair things or doesn't like to pair things? And it's more than just, oh, what colors go together or what brands typically go together. It's really about figuring out individual preferences. So those were, I would say, so far, the challenges that we found.
Okay. I always like to ask the question about, where do you see AI going and where do you see the fashion tech going in the next 5 years?
I see more personalization for sure, more post-purchase support. We see typically retailers kind of try to sell you, and then after you bought, there's not a lot of communication except for we have another sale, you need to buy more, right? So I would say more post-purchase support and smarter consumption. We already see younger generations. They're thinking about, oh, what can I do with this garment after I'm done with it? Like, can I recycle it or can I resell it? So mindful consumption is definitely something that I'm seeing more of. I think AI will be embedded into shopping much more, and we're already seeing that. There are wonderful startups that are doing very interesting things in creating really just kind of a personal shoppers that you talk to. Instead of searching for a red dress, you are saying, I am going on vacation and I'm going to be during, this is my location, this is my time frame, these are my activities, suggest me. Or I'm going to a wedding of a friend and it's going to be on the beach in Cabo San Lucas, and what do I wear? So it's more like a personal stylist and a shopping assistant. So that is, I think, where definitely we're seeing where shopping is going. And AI will be embedded a lot more in resale, in wardrobe management, and kind of generally into helping people buy better, keep it longer, and waste less.
Well, we talked briefly about sustainability, but it's often more talked about than action being taken in fashion, I think. What are some of the tangible ways that myopenwardrobe.com is helping in the area of sustainability?
Yeah, so I already mentioned that we're thinking open OpenWardrobe as an ecosystem. It's not just another closet app.
Right.
So we're building kind of the operating system for your wardrobe, if you will, right? Something that can connect fashion, it connects services, it connects resale, it connects repairs, and your personal style all in one place. And because it's AI driven, it gets smarter the more you use it, the more. So we see huge potential going forward. We already know, I cannot quantify it just yet, but qualitatively and anecdotally, just from our users, we know that people are saying, oh my gosh, I used to have a huge wardrobe and every time I struggled what to wear. With your tool, I pared it down. It's nice. It's nice looking. It's clean. Everything goes with everything else. I just, my life is better. So it's not just sustainability in terms of environment. I also think about it as sustainability in terms of your mental health, right? Instead of like having like tantrums and having fights with your partner or you're still not ready, you still haven't decided what to wear.
In there, I guess.
Everything is much better organized for you.
That's terrific. Yeah, well, it could save a lot of marriages, I bet.
Yeah, hopefully.
What would you want a fashion CEO or a tech leader to understand about what you're doing at mywardrobe.com?
Yeah, so tech has definitely transformed how we buy, but not yet how we use what we buy. And that's, in my opinion, is the missing link. If we care about sustainability and customer experience, we really need to help people make the most of what they already own,
Yeah.
right? And that's where this post-purchase engagement platform, as we call it, comes in. How do we integrate that into the shopping and e-commerce experience. It doesn't have to be e-commerce, can obviously can be in-store experience. So that every time I walk into the store or every time I log into some e-commerce site, I feel that it knows me. I feel that they know what I need, and they stopped selling me pink blouses when I already bought 5 of them. So that's kind of where I think we are going to go. So it's really, you bought something, now show me, how do I wear it? How do I care for it? Tell me maybe a story how this design happened. So it's all kind of about engaging a consumer after the purchase.
Yeah, I think that is where it's going. Well, we're out of time. Thank you for that incredible look into how AI is transforming something as personal as just a wardrobe. Um, mywardrobe.com is a powerful reminder that innovation doesn't always just mean buying more or building bigger, or technology only applies in certain categories. Sometimes it means just looking inward at what we've already have and using technology to unlock hidden value. And I think that's really what you've communicated today, that we really have to start looking at things differently, both to save the planet, save some money, and look good. So I think I really appreciate what you're doing. Well,
Amazing. Thank you.
uh, I appreciate you being here. Just like Lola AI is helping people rethink fashion, Performix builds custom AI agents designed to reimagine how business operates, boosting innovation, efficiency, and profit without breaking the budget. Performance's 2025 mission is AI for every business, which means making this technology accessible, affordable, and deeply practical. If you're curious about how AI could work for your organization, from internal ops to customer engagement, visit performixbiz.com. That's performixbiz.com. Thanks for tuning in to Technology Today. Until next time, stay smart, stay sustainable, and keep innovating.